All right, I'm here at Glory, and what I want to tell you is that Larson, we come up Larson. For the majority of Larson, you are on a paved road. You split off at some point and it becomes a gravel road, and so I'm assuming there is some form of road maintenance agreement. This area, up this hill, up Larson, it is a mix of homes. Quite a few homes are, really nice, large, beautiful homes. And then there's a lot of people that are kind of like off the grid living. So a little bit more rustic, I would say. This has pretty curb appeal. You're not going to have a lot of neighbors up here. I suspect you're getting close to the end. And this area is a drive-in one way, drive out the same way. There's no, thoroughfare. So it looks like in the past they've had a garden area here. It is fairly late at 7 o'clock. So the sun is right through the trees there. So that's west. So of course this would be nice and sunny when the sun is up. Gigantic cherry tree right here. Loaded apple tree right there. Maybe the biggest rhododendron bush I've ever seen. Gutters look like they probably need a little cleaning. The roof looks newish. We have cement hardy plank siding. Clearly at some point they maybe damaged a door, and so they had that replaced, and it's never been painted to match. They're actually all the same type of door, which is either metal or fiberglass. I'm going to go with fiberglass on that. Let's see this. And that one's metal. So the middle one is fiberglass. Maybe the body of the house has been painted recently. We have an enclosed front porch area, which is kind of nice because I suspect out in the trees here you may get a few mosquito. Another giant apple tree, a smaller apple tree. Gladiolas, it looks like. A lot of potential with the garden beds. I think they're not being maintained very well. Looks like we have some screens that need to be, enclosed a little better. The trim pieces are missing. Again, maybe the gutters need cleaning. For sure, the chimney chase needs some cleaning and maybe some paint. All kinds of berries around here. Let's see what we've got back here. Garden storage, kind of a lean-to area. Bird blocks look good. Interesting, up along here, you may see it in this film, that it looks like they did some additional caulking up by the bird blocks. Vents look fairly good. The yard is, I'm going to call it a blank slate because it doesn't look like they ever really went over the top and fixed this yard up. The paint on the back, the siding on the back of the house is ready for some love. This could very easily use a little pressure washing. The paint still looks good, so it's not the paint. I just think after this last winter, because this would be your eastern exposure, so in the winter this side of the house will be pretty dark, and it's going to get this Washington microbial growth on the exterior because it's just not getting enough sunlight. Looks like a hot tub that's not been used in a really, really long time. Low deck that needs, I think, some pressure washing along here and some fresh Thompson. Big, huge boulder here. That could be fun to do something with. A lot of really cool trees. Looks like they may have kept birds of some sort. Maybe it's chickens. Hard to say. I think the deck could use a little love. These lower boards, it looks to me like there possibly was a rail system on here at once. It's not really high enough off the ground to need a rail system, but it definitely looks like it had one and they took that off. Again, little, microbial growth on those gutters. Lots of blackberries. Again, just a ton of potential, not overly maintained in the back. I don't see any birds here right now, and possibly these were chickens, maybe something different than that. And that's that big rhododendron wall there. I'm not going to go out that way. I'm going to go back around the front, and then I'm going to go in from there. It's a pretty lot. It's super, super quiet. You're really at the end of the earth here, but you're only a couple of miles to the little town of Seabeck. So I think fixed up, this could be pretty darn cool. All right, we are in the covered porch area. Certainly this was not a enclosed porch in the past. I think they just had this built in, a little cat door right there. I think they built the screens themselves, and I'd mentioned earlier a couple of little pieces of trim missing, some touch-up paint on the outside. The siding in here is wood product siding, but because it's not exposed to the weather, I'm certain it would be fine. So that tells me that they've updated the siding in the house. We enter onto real hardwoods, and it is a cherry stain. It actually looks like cherry hardwoods. Don't hold me to that. Vaulted ceilings in the entryway. Again, it is 7:20 at night, so it's a little dark in here. Immediately to the left is a den. No transition strip. Looks a little unusual, but not the end of the world. Yeah, just a little den. So I'm thinking a lot of improvements were done by the homeowner. It's like the wainscoting in here. Lots of cobwebs. Almost feels like this hasn't been lived in a while. Okay. To the right of the entry, we step down into a living room area, and this has a real wood stove. Cove ceilings. Interior paint, it's probably ready for some interior paint. I think they did some touch up, and to me it didn't go well. I think also that it feels darker in here just because the blinds and curtains are closed. Formal dining room area. This is a nice big space. When you step up, it's about a 8-inch step, 6-inch step. It's fairly long, and there's a couple of really nice walls. So if you have a hutch or buffet, the lighting seems a little small for this space. Looks like we have maybe one window with a failed gasket here. A really nice overall feeling. Okay, I'm going to go with original kitchen cabinets that have been painted. Don't think this is Uba Tuba, but granite countertops with a bull nose, solid surface. Kitchen cabinets are a little rough, but I think they could be, fixed up. It looks like we have some loose hinges and some missing hardware. And definitely they were painted at one time, and they need to be repainted. Likely there was a trash compactor here, and they put in a beverage refrigerator, which doesn't fit super well, but a really nice size kitchen. And a pantry here, good size pantry. They said that nobody was living here. There's still quite a bit of stuff, but maybe they've mostly moved out because also there's a ton of staging in here. Big family room. Lots and lots of wall space. That is, I think, an electronic fireplace. So the only real fireplace is the one in the front room. Breakfast nook space. I think this would be really cute to put a banquette in here and put a nice table. Again, I'm going to go with original cabinetry that was painted white and probably needs just a bit of touch up on the hinges. And I feel like if we took down some of these curtains and it wasn't 7:20 at night, it would feel a lot lighter in here. Dark blue paint. I think some of their paint colors are absorbing what light is available. Okay, down the hallway, with a full bath here. So this is vinyl squares. That's just a rug. Tub shower combo. This is a fiberglass insert. Kind of an unusual wood trim around that. This is newer. Just looks like a Lowe's kit to me. The hiccup's great. Newer thermostat. Yep, probably a newer furnace. It says Lennox on it. Let's see what's back here. So we have a big main floor room being used as a bedroom possibly, but this is really more or less like a bonus room. So this is nice. It's really big. That's on the main floor. There isn't an adjoining bathroom, but of course there is that full bath down the hallway, so that's convenient. There's no closet, but easily this could fit a king size set. Okay, and then here we have a spot for a freezer, but this was probably really more or less like a mud room. And then laundry. You know, I feel like there's a lot of little projects here. This was set up to have a deep sink. Looks like they probably had a laundry water issue in here because the trim behind the washer and dryer looks a little water stained, and then this trim is missing. That's not unusual in a laundry area. Okay. And garage. I definitely see a paint party in the future. So one step down into the garage. Decent ceiling height. This is probably drop down for storage. If I didn't mention it, the concrete looks in good shape. This is a giant garage. So I hear furnace back here. Yeah. So there's the door we saw earlier with the little dog door in it. I think this is a propane fireplace. Pretty good size Whirlpool water heater. I'm gonna say it's a little older. And these look to be run off of propane. Maybe this was 2016 when this was put in, so it's not ancient. And definitely the furnace looks very new. Heat pump was installed in 2019, and then they had it serviced in 2020, so that's good. Again, feels like somebody doesn't really live here, but they haven't completely moved out. I don't know what's going on here. And it looks like where phone service comes in. So it may be because we are so rural that at one time all you could get was satellite, and now maybe they have brought cable into the area. Garage door openers, automatic garage door opener on one, the middle. None here and none on the end, but there is power in the ceiling, so that could be added. So, you know, lots of touch-up paint. I think this house would look great with a once-over with a deep clean and removing all the little kind of knickknacks and really freshen up the paint. You know, some of these kind of odd decorative things make the house feel older than it needs to. I'd be really tempted to paint all this out and do like black and white. Really wide stairwell. That makes it nice for getting upstairs. Okay, so I'm going to say that these stairs were potentially all covered with carpet at one point, because again, this just doesn't look exactly right. The sides, carpet on the stairs is a little worn in the traffic area. Also, it looks like it needs to be stretched. A little niche here. Master bedroom, definitely carpet needs a little help. Big bedroom. They've covered the skylights. I'm sure they were just getting way too much sun because this is the eastern exposure. Scuttle access probably into a laundry area. Interesting to me that they have a portable here when they have a heat pump. Carpet goes into the master bath. To me, this looks like a bit of a gut job. It's very, lots of space for this big giant tub, a little shower. Closet is big, but again, I'm seeing tons of honey-do list items here and cleaning. But a lot of space to work with, so it may be worth it. Goodness. Spare bedroom. They have a very unusual twin style bed in here. This could easily fit a queen. This is a big bedroom. There's no closet, so we can't actually call this a bedroom, but we can certainly use it as a bedroom. I think we're going to come down to what size the septic is. Double vanity in the hallway bath. This bathroom actually is probably mostly original, and it doesn't really look in bad shape for compared to everything else. I don't want to say things are in bad shape. They're just, wants to be updated, wants to be loved a little bit. There's just things like this, missing screws, and this is yellowed, and this is a little different color. So I think between paint, cleaning, and just little touch-up things. Another nice sized bedroom. Really, the bedrooms are great size. So this is a true bedroom because it has the door, the window, and the closet. This could fit a king size bed. It is such a long wall. And get a nice angle on this roof. So potentially we had a little drip, drip, drip coming from a gutter right to there. It's got a little moss built up there. And screens need to be cleaned. And the roof probably just needs to be cleaned. Nice size closet. Again, a lot of this trim looks like it was put in by the homeowner. It doesn't look like it was ever stained. So it's ready for paint. And then this last room, an unusual little closet here, probably meant to have linen shelves on it. This is a full size, so a queen could fit in here. It has its own little half bath, which is kind of nice. And then a walk-in closet. So this would be a room that a teenager would love to have, I think. Looks like we might have a failed gasket on that window. Somebody tried to add a window seat, and this overlooks the backyard. So, I think there's some good stuff to work with here, but I do see a lot of honey-do list projects. Like, the lighting is super dim, but it looks like just burnt out light bulbs. Undersized light for this room. So lots of space and lots of potential, but also lots of work.